Every year, thousands of dollars is seized in drug busts in our area. Under the state's civil asset forfeiture law, that money can be split in two ways, between the agency that found it and the state's school fund.
News 8's Sarah Tamer tells us why that may change and how it can impact local sheriff's departments. Sarah?
That's right, Mike and Martha. Republican Assembly Representative Gary Talkin of Monduel, Wisconsin, co-authored a bill that would dramatically change the way money confiscated from drug busts is distributed. The bill proposes 100% of the money go to schools instead of splitting it between schools and law enforcement. West Central Meg Unit investigators say the bill may have some negative impacts if it passes.
Well, over the past 3 years, we've probably made 20 to 25 forfeitures or seizures, and those are varying amounts from $900 to $20,000.
The state's civil asset forfeiture law allowed the La Crosse Sheriff's Department to keep a portion of money confiscated from drug busts, but a new bill could completely change that.
Be given totally to the Wisconsin State School Fund instead of law enforcement having any part of that.
Historically, the department's task force operated on a federal grant, which started in the 80s, but that grant has been reduced over the years.
We have to reach out to private entities and donations to keep this task force operating.
And now with the proposal of this bill, things could start to get complicated.
We are in a collaborative effort with the schools, particularly in our school districts in these 5 counties. We work hand in hand with the school systems.
Johnson says law enforcement is not against more school funding, but the proposal would stand in the way of the department working with schools.
The monies that come from the investigations go to the school fund, as I said. So if those stop being forfeited or seized, then the school system is not going to get that money either.
Democratic Minority Leader Jennifer Schilling says funding should be adequately distributed between both schools and law enforcement.
I'm uncomfortable with the idea of pitting law enforcement against education and schools for funding resources. And so we need to make sure that we are funding both of those appropriately and adequately.
Law enforcement uses that money for undercover vehicles, field drug tests, surveillance systems, upkeep, and electronic subscription services to the surveillance systems. Now, we did try to get in contact with authors of the bill, and they said they had no comment at this time.
Thanks a lot, Sarah. Now, under the current law, police can seize property even when its owner is not charged of a crime related to the property.